We always want to make a great first impression to the people who use our files, and the best way to do that is by applying good-looking formatting. It makes our reports both clear and easy to understand. Let's start by coloring the whole sheet in white. I will use the Ctrl+A shortcut in order to select the entire sheet, and then color it in white. And while all cells are selected, we can change the font of all cells to Arial and assign them a font size of 9. That's perfect. Cell B1 will contain the title of the sheet. We will call it FDM, Sales, and Volume Analysis. Let's change its font size to 12 and apply the following font color. This is a custom color that we can use for the purposes of this exercise. I would also like to put the title in bold. That's excellent. Now, let's move ahead. The top row of the report will contain information about the unit of measurement that we're using and about the year we're in. Let's color it in a distinctive color and change the font color of these cells to white. I will also put them in bold. Very well. Now we'll add a few borders in order to distinguish the various subtotal and total lines. The two subtotals are net sales and gross profit, while the total line that we have is full delivered margin. By formatting the total line in a different way, we are emphasizing it in a stronger way. This different formatting looks good, right? Okay, our next task will be to reduce the size of the rows that separate volume and gross sales numbers. Let's reduce the size of these rows to 3.75. This is much better. Later on, when we are ready with the numbers, we will most likely be interested in calculating their absolute and percentage variations. So let's create two columns where we will be able to do that. I will reduce the size of this first column to leave some empty space, and then copy and paste the formatting of one of the columns that we have on the left. I will change the color of all cells to gray, and change the title that we have above, indicating that in these columns we've calculated the absolute and percentage variance of the items that we have on the left. I will also change the font color of this title to green. Very well. Let's reduce the font size of the numbers that will be here. I'll use a font size of 8. As we've already seen, it is very common to include KPIs, key performance indicators, below reports like this one. Here we can calculate a few ratios that provide additional insight into the analysis we are making. I'll color this area in gray, and we'll reduce the font size of the cells to 8. Let's indicate that here we will calculate KPIs. I'll just type KPIs. I'm sure you'll agree that the sheet looks much better compared to what we had at the beginning of this lesson.